Hello for everyone, Tekin speaking. I'm a civil engineer. Today we are going to speak about majorly for earthwork and how we can help for construction companies to managing the earthworks activities during the construction period for estimation and also for planning, and after planning also for controlling. And today we will speak about majorly dedicated topic for the construction earthwork, and a little bit about myself. I'm a civil engineer, working more than 18 years for the construction business and implementing systems and implementing project management know-how for engineering construction companies. And we are from Poland. Our company is located in Warsaw, but we have more than 84 countries which we are having customer, and we implementing solution together with our solution partners, more than 57 worldwide solution partners. We have implemented project management system over 2,000 companies. Our company is delivering project management system and project management know-how. We are representing worldwide number known solutions based on the customer requirement and customer needs. And today we will speak about the TILOS, and we will give about our know-how and experience and some more hints and ideas how TILOS can be used for earthwork activities, planning earthwork activities. We would like to just inform about the TILOS before starting. Actually, TILOS has over 25 years construction experience, owned by Trimble. And Trimble is a technology company, each deliver and for the dedicated and specific solution for the construction companies. And TILOS is one of the best product which they are represent. But Trimble has also a lot of good software and hardware solutions for the construction companies, like machine controlling system, GPS tracking system, and simply we would like to also recommend you to looking the product portfolio of the Trimble. And TILOS is actually today, if we look at the top 25, the largest construction companies, we are very proud that almost 20 of them are customer of TILOS and successfully implemented TILOS in their projects. If you go more specific countries, the usage of the TILOS is very wide in the internationally for Europe, Middle East, and also for Asia, States, Australia, New Zealand, and of course America. And you can also look at our project success and the project-based usage, which is TILOS has been implemented successfully, Third Bosporus Bridge projects from Turkey, and Trans-Anatolia Gas Pipeline project from Turkey again, and King Abdullah Financial Districts monorails and Riyadh Metro from Saudi Arabia, Doha Metro, and Warsaw Metro, Copenhagen Metro, so that there are a lot of projects from the transmission lines, pipeline, railway, tunneling, and roads, and other linear industries. But what is the TILOS about? First of all, TILOS name comes from the time and location system. In many countries, people are using different time location system means for different term for many people, like time change diagram, time distance diagram, line of balance, French diagram, March diagram, so that people call different, but in the end the idea is simple, integrating time and location and giving better understanding for the project's plan. And this is graphical and visual base of the presentations, and this is not used only for planners. This is easy to understand for many people, that it helps for many construction companies reducing their project durations and increase the efficiency of the working, because TILOS is not only planning system. We are always mentioning TILOS as engineering system, which helps many people to manage their project more successfully. The usage of the linear planning is also very wide. First of all, the solution is used by owners, investors, general contractors, engineering companies, subcontractors, and the material suppliers or the system suppliers. And because of the technology and the idea of TILOS, this usage of the TILOS is starting very early project stage, like feasibility studies, which we can create it for some scenarios, multiple scenarios, and we can make it analysis for the if our project is feasible, what is the time requirement, what is the budget requirement, what is the capacity and the resource requirement to be able to complete this project. Of course, many of our companies also using the TILOS during the tender phase, preparing for tender plan, creating tender strategy based on the TILOS, because that how many resources will be used and what is the time frame they are going to finish, so that it's very important start using TILOS in very early stage, like a bidding period. Of course, after contract starts, TILOS can be easily implemented and develop more detail with the overall plan for production plan, and TILOS can be used also for specific areas like variation orders, claim analysis, change orders, impact on the schedule, delay analysis in the area of the project scheduling and controlling. And after the general information, I just would like to mention today our session is dedicated for the earthworks activities, which is excavation and backfilling and transportation of the excavation masses from one place to another place. Of course, the subject is very big and large. Why it is important and why today we choose this subject? First of all, especially for the construction projects, infrastructure construction projects such as road, highway and railway, we have seen sometimes even the project total budget is more than 70% of project total budget is earthwork movements. Of course, it depends on the projects, but in the area, if they're requiring too much earthwork moves, is also causing that project-driven cost factor is earthwork activities. That's why today we just would like to give different approach and understanding how it is sensitive and important if you spend more time for planning your earthwork movements, because we've seen also in our project experience, many construction companies are thinking that earthworks, excavation and the backfilling works are simple tasks, and they do not make any plan. They just believe that they can manage on the construction sites, which is considering 70% of what for project budget is simple excavation and backfilling activities. We strongly recommend special needs, special focus and special care about these construction activities. That's why first of all, let me explain how it works and what does it mean mass haulage diagram and Brudner diagram, and how mass haulage diagram and Brudner diagram can help you. Especially TILOS give now extremely flexible and easy to use and understand and plan your earthworks, which is that starting from the profile. This is the road profile, which is that we have a balanced line here. This line is just showing the zero line, let's say, and the yellow areas are area which we need to make excavation, and orange areas is areas like we need to make backfilling work. So that the line what we have here is the road which we are going to develop. It can be railway, it can be different one, but the idea is that this is the area which we would like to cut, and this is the area which we would like to make backfilling. We can call the areas like cut 1, and cut 1 is the excavation area 1, and here let's call the cut 2, so that we can also separately estimate the quantity of the areas. Here fill 1, this is the backfilling area 1, so that we just make it elevation profile, and from elevation profile we can just give the numbers and the codes, and here estimate the total quantity of excavation and backfilling which we need to do. Here we have also some red areas because as you know that when we do construction excavation works, sometimes there are areas. First, let's say 1 meters of the soil types is different than others. Here we have mentioned that on the top we have like excavation areas the same like here, but also we have here for the rock area which is red, which is the represent for difficulties in here. Of course, we can also add it for all the cuts and fill zones, and from here, and we can just put it our mass haulage areas, which is that, let's say that we can also present, which is that from elevation profile to symbolic excavation, just showing that where is the cut areas and where is the fill areas. We can also put it here some distance information, which is we can easily understand our cutting area starting from 0 meters and it is ending up in the 600 meters. And fill areas start from 600 meters and ending up in here 1,100 meters. I choose the example of 5 kilometers for excavation, and I also put it here time, which is March, April, 12, 13, 14 are represent for the weeks. So that's this is the first week of March, second week of March, third week of March, and here we can also see first week of April, second week of April, and third week of April. Of course, we can go even daily, hourly, but I just want to make weekly plan, not go very much detail, because my concern is just giving the major ideas. Now, the idea is that let's start for planning first construction activities for coal Cat 1, and we just needed, of course, some resources, and which we would like to cut Cat 1 and Cat 2 and transfer the earth moves here to field 1, so that we just choose the first activities. As you can see that starting from 0 and here till the 500 meters, this is my cutting activities. And here, when I just put it for my finger on the top of the here corner, and this just represents for start location, and on the left side just represent me for the start activities, so that we just started our construction activities 10 of March. If you go to also direction of the work, so that the line is represent me that we are starting from here and moving on the right side, so that you can see also we have direction of the work, so that this just represent how we are going to work in this activities. In the end, this is my end location, which is 500 meters, and here my end date, 25th of March. Between finish dates and start dates, we also have duration of activities. This is 15 days of construction work. We can also put it another resource, which is that parallelly we can work here for the cut-free areas. It means that we are going to also make excavation from here, and this excavation also we are using for the filling work, so that cutting free we a little bit start later in the mid of the March, let's say 15th of the March, and then we are using in this both cutting materials, transferring the filling 1 area. And of course we have also here rock cutting. Rock cutting means that you can see that we can also see the duration of rock cutting is almost the same like cutting 1, because of the production rates, because each different type of soil can have different production rates, and based on this duration is higher than in normal way. So that this is the rock cutting 2, and we have also transfer here for the material left side and right side, because we need to be very careful when we are making the strategy of the movements, and avoid for very extra long distance for driving because of the many reasons. So that here we just find the area and we are using the right side of the material transported here, left side of material transported here. So that you can see that we also have here another team, which is we can also use it this way, transporting the another side. So that this is how we plan, and it looks simple. In a moment we will have a live demo and I will explain how TILOS can help you for transporting and planning activities from the mass haulage activities and balancing the cut and fill quantities, because this is very important considering that we need to have excavation, we need to have backfilling, but the biggest success is optimizing excavation and backfilling activities, because if we are excavating and storing and putting somewhere, it is an extra cost. Or if we need backfilling activities, buying from outside, it's also extra cost. So that we need to make some optimization using this excavation activities where we need the filling activities. Before the live demo, I just would like to also mention that we are started for running very special training program, and actually this is the program for the train and traveling program, and we are from Poland, and we started for 5 days linear project management academy bootcamp, which is that it will require that for you just contacting from our commercial people, and this is the including for the trip to Warsaw and Krakow with very high quality training services that you can also enjoy during your training program, because that more detail our friend will share it with you, that we can really prepare for you the special program. But major idea is during this 5 days becoming a TILOS expert, so that this is very important certification program which will give you opportunity that learning about the very detailed and advanced techniques of the usage of TILOS in the construction projects. If you will be interested, you can contact with my friends and they will help you. For last slides before my live demo, we are also running almost each week very specific presentation and webinars, and you can follow up in our recorded webinars in YouTube for F&D Global sites for the specific presentations. You can also follow us in the Facebook accounts, which we are sharing recorded videos, and the same for LinkedIn for the TILOS time, location, scheduling and controlling groups. You can post your question, you can develop your relation with the people, and you can really have here a lot of information. And okay, let's move to demo, which is that how we can manage the slides which I was mentioning inside of the TILOS. First of all, let me open the TILOS, and here you can see that in my screen I have created the same histograms, and here you can have it the same histograms, which is that here the elevation profiles, and here represent for cut and fill zones. When I select the cut 1, the TILOS will give me information about that start location is 0, end location 300. The total quantity is 10,900 cubic meters, which is this is the area. And the cut 2, when we select, it's saying start point for 300, end point 600. The total quantity for excavation required in this area is 13,100 cubic meters. Of course, TILOS has price information, resource information. If you enter it here, your resources, required resources, it will be also estimated total budget for the cut and fill works. If you select the fill works will represent starting from 600, ending 1,100, and total quantity of the fill work is 31,000 cubic meters. Okay, so what we do now, after you enter the profiles estimated quantity of cut and fill, we can now plan for cutting and filling activities. By the way, many our customers using Excel, bringing the cut and fill location and cut and fill quantity from Excel, so that you can also bring this data from Excel, or you can create it inside of the TILOS easily. But after you create the profile, what we do, we are just coming and selecting the cut one area. It means that I'm going to plan this cut one area, and I just selected this area, and my strategy is moving these cutting areas to filling areas, so that it can be also here, but as you see that this is a long distance driving, it will be more economic if I put these cutting areas to here. And the system asked me that there are 10,900 cubic meters excavation here, and the system is asking if I would like to transfer all of them, and my decision is yes, I would like to transfer all of them, so that here you can see the pink histogram shows that all amounts from here has been planned to move to F1 area. And of course, there are still some required quantities to be able to complete, so that I can from here understand almost 35% of the quantity is okay, provided from the C1 area, but we still need it. But now let's just make the plan, so that the movement of this arrows shows me that I am planning to transfer this to here, but I still need to have time planning, I still need to have quantity planning, cost income planning, so that what we do, we just select the strategy what we are going to do and right click, and here we have create cut and fill tasks, so that we just create it from the required tasks. So that what we need to do now, we just need to mention start date of activities. And let's say we are decided to move 15th of March, our first cut and fill activities. And when I select it, system created here, you can see start and end for cut and fill activities. On the right side, if I would like to select for calculation F5, here you can see the system calculate cut and fill activities, the number of the resources which we need for machine operator 7 and excavator 1, steel loader this, so that we just move it like this way. We can also change start date if the in the time being, let's say that we just make the decision, let's just move 2nd of May, and when we move to 2nd of May and reschedule it, you can see that filling activities, depending on the cutting activities and all the quantities and resource and the cost on the right side, move it to in the May. Okay, so that second activity is what we do. We just select it here, cut to, and we are also transferring the cutting to activities, and system understand this is 13,100 cubic meters, and we transfer all of them. And if you go to more details, you can see that also cutting to areas is completely planned to move, but still we needed in F1, still we needed some areas, but now I just select this, and here we are making another cut and fill activities, and we can decide it here. Let's say our idea is starting for the 2nd week of May, and here when we go down, you can see that second cut and fill activity is also created. By the way, this is an activity. We can also create a relation from this activity to this activity, but going to right side now, we calculate it, and you can see that now 13,100 cubic meters also calculated. There is still some area which we need to put it, so that I just selected cut free and putting here. It's saying that 7,000, and when I select it, now it's completed here, but still left something, so that I just choose here and right click and create an activities, and I am just aiming to do this in the 3rd week of May. And here you can see that cut and fill activity is also planned. Calculated now cost, calculated for resource needed, and you can see this is here the cost and etc. calculated. The remaining part, because we have fulfilled it here, automatically we need to transfer it here, so that only 4,500 cubic meters excavation left. And when we choose this, and from here we just select and create, and let's say that we just want to do it the last week of May, and here cut and fill activity is also planned. Recalculated, you can see here our resource usage, labor cost, machinery cost, other costs, material cost and total cost, and also income and number of the cut and fill has been calculated. Here completed, but we still need it, so that we have here selected this area, and this is 9,900, and this is that also we are planning for starting, let's say that we just would like to do it 1st June, and here you can see that 1st of June, and remaining parts we are just moving here. This is only 1,000, there is the quantity. Here you can see that there was nothing left, so that we just put it here, other parts, 7,000, and then we just select it and create an activities, and here like that. And on the right side, when we just create it, you can see this is our mass haulage area, this is our profile, this is our construction activities, here number of the resources, and here our labor cost, machinery cost, other cost, total cost, and total income. And we have total income and cost, and here is like credit. Of course, at this stage, I have not written any income criteria. If I entered income criteria for unit price or something, system also will calculate my income and cash flow. And this is on the top, we have Brudner diagram. The green one is represent for filling activities. The brown one is represent for cutting activities. The clue is that here in the end, when I look at it, I have almost balanced cut and fill activities. Of course, we have sometimes area for the rock crushing, so that we can also transfer for some of the rocks to storing area or crushing area. And also from there, we can sometimes use it and drive it back to another areas for this way, so that we can also make it a period of time using from place, and from place to place we can just use it. As you can see that we have almost balanced for our cut and fill activities. Of course, how it looks in the Gantt charts, you can also do it in the Gantt chart looking and how it looks. Here we have just making the here for cut and fill activities planned, but after the project started, let me just show you that we can also have possibilities of entering the actual quantities, and after our project started, and from the actual quantities we can also here achieve for registering the actual quantities, so that you can see here this is the data date, and this crossing the blue line is just showing that these are the executed areas, and here for the remaining areas, and you can also here actual and baseline comparison, what was the plan and what is an actual for the construction works. And do you have any questions? Okay. Well, actually, the idea is here also showing that for the different understanding of the Brudner diagram, for cutting activities, we are starting from 0, and you can see that on this area we have more than 25,000, but later we are using this one for backfilling, and here we need the green area for the filling work, so that we can balance for cut and fill activities easily by using the TILOS. We have also one possibilities with TILOS, just also seeing our project from Google Earth using the TILOS progress map, because that we can also use this our plugin, TILOS plugin for the progress map. So that progress map is a TILOS product, which is that you can also open the TILOS file on the Google. So that let me just open here the our plugin called TILOS progress map and display the projects for the Google satellite, so that we can also get more clear understanding, and you can use for this for the reporting purposes. So that we just go and open our project file in the let's say mass haulage example, and I'm just opening. System just give us for dashboard for cut, fill, and rock and works. I can open also the Google Earth for the map, and here now it will just place and the project path in the Google Earth. And from here I can also see that I have here time frame. It's just showing that start and end, so that I can just come here, and now my project is opened. And if I press here for progress, this is the actual person complete, this is the planned person complete, and here we have total quantities. So that when I press this, please see that when the time is moving, the planned person complete, actual person complete, and from the map I can see area which we are making excavation for the cut and fill activities. It's just be also customized according to your need. This is the area which we have rock cutting, which is storing, and you can see that it's planned and actual 100%. Each colors also represent. If I just go to dedicated time, and here you can see that green means that we have here 35% filling completed, cutting is 59%, so that we have cutting here and filling. We can also zoom more to get more understanding. This area we are planning to make cutting, and this area is area which we are making the filling, so that we can also open the cut and fill activities and easily understand from here how many percent for cutting, how many percent of filling for each specific activity is completed. Is there any question for this presentation today?